Yeah. Welcome to West Coast We Active Podcast, number one independent podcast in the world. I need you to go to WestCoastWeActive.com, number one independent website in the world. Why, you ask? Because it's me, Big Silencer, DJ Heavenly, Jaron Draws, and the whole family. Tune in, stay active, don't miss out, get some merch, freshen up. Summertime's coming. We need to stay busy. Much love to y'all. Hit the subscribe button, like, share, do all that good stuff, and get at me. Y'all. We got the West Coast legend, iconic Sylk-E-Fyne in the building.
What's up, young world? You see what it is? I linked up with my bro, Big Silencia, DJ Heavenly, and we in the building. 2022. What it do, boo?
And what you've done for the game is beyond recognition. Many people need to recognize what you've done and know your history. And it's important to just keep bringing you in, you know what I mean, to refresh the memory. I represent for the OGs and the people that did it before me, so it's an honor to have you on the platform.
And it's an honor to be on your platform so that the youth, the next generation that came 2, 3 generations after me can get to know more about Sylk-E-Fyne because it's been many years. I'm original old school rapper. I'm the queen of freestyle. And I say that not conceitedly, but I just say it a lot of security behind it because ever since I was younger, that's what I've done. And I just freestyled the other day and earned a whole bunch of more fans out there. Shouts out to the city of Redlands, California.
Hey, and that's what's up because, a lot of people freeze up when you ask them to bust some raps and they swear there's some great rappers and they're doing so much. But when you ask them to rhyme on the spot, they freeze up.
Yeah,
They're not a rapper no more.
right. Because there was a lot of times when like I could tell the guy was not freestyling because freestyle was like totally from the top of the dome. You're talking about what the people wearing, what you're doing, colors that are in front of your face. You're not coming with some backpack written raps. Freestyle is the art of coming from the dome.
The dome piece, out of the mouthpiece. Man, that's what's up, and that's the truth. That I could freestyle for hours, so I'm on the same. I'm on the same level as you. I believe in freestyling. If you can't freestyle, you shouldn't even be in the studio. I think, but everyone teach their own.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like everybody can't do it. It's a gift. It's a gift. So we must share the gift and know that, this is a special gift, man. It's just and it's like I'm not in the rap game to be the dopest. Like I'm not a battle rapper. I'm not even a competitive rapper because I know that I came out in the late 90s and the early 2000s when I dropped my album. So I could never be in competition with the City Girl or a Megan the Stallion. Shouts out to my young nieces. You know what I mean? I'm not in this game to be on the level of the new school. I'm definitely authentic. I want our West Coast back. And shouts out to all the brothers on the West Coast. It's like time for the women to come through and make these power moves because it's too much talent on the West Coast for the Billboard charts not to be cracking. It's too much flavor out here that everybody want to wear red and blue. Everybody want Lolos and they come out here for this beautiful sunshine. And it's like we as the West Coast, We got to do this shit like Easy E when he was brown side and shouts out to Stefan and above the law. And, you know, we are the label these days. But when you got loyalty, love, and respect, then your clique is your clique. And you support that shit and you move and you be out here. You know what I mean?
Man, that's originality from the originals right there. See, we need more of you out here in the streets to speak to
Yeah.
these young minds and really, because these kids are all enemies with their best friends. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make no damn sense.
Right. And that's where I'm at too. Like, I'm really into community. I'm really into what's happening around me and the people that I might not live in the community, but where you grow up is where you grow up. And I
Right.
feel like us as the older above, you know, people that's a 10-year generation gap, or I feel like it's up to the OGs to really kick the knowledge and let the youth know, hey, you know, the 80s was the 80s. We had a different meaning for this territorial gang that's going on and it's been misled. And you notice all the OGs, they kids are in college, their kids is on television show. Like nobody wants their kid to suffer the things that we might have went through that can be prevented. So we
Right.
got to each one teach one, period.
Yeah.
It's
And
not what it used to be.
it's
I
the ones
rock
that
red, I rock blue. It's like, you know, we got to change our community because there's a lot of talent in the community. And if we continue to let the negativity who lives around the corner wake y'all punk ass up and know if you're on low income section 8, I'm not disrespecting nobody. I love all programs. But when those builders like they're doing in Los Angeles, they're coming through, they're building these homes and these condos and paying you to move to Lancaster, get the fuck out of here, go to San Bernardino, get out. So why are we year after year fighting for a neighborhood that we don't own?
right.
There are a couple homeowners that grandparents been there for years. I get it, but it's to protect your community, not to start shit with people down the street that's gonna come back and tear your shit up. So it's like, man, I'm praying for the city. I want us to be out here like black and brown, having festivals in the middle of the street, not waiting for Cinco de Mayo or Martin Luther King Day, getting
Right.
together on the weekends. You know, we got enough bikers, we got enough lowriders, we have enough recording artists. Get out there to the beaches, do some live picnics, barbecues, and just really expand our culture as the black and the brown, because drugs play a big part in enemies. Like people be so loaded, they're out here, they own lean, they own Percocets, they own meth, they own crack. So drugs have always been around, but it always affect the communities. So while we're so loaded and high or whatever, these people get out in these streets and they trip on each other. Us as black and brown, Mexican and black people, us as come as one, it's unstoppable. Our prisons, who's making everything? Who are the great artists? Why do we have to be in those prison cells doing tattoos when we can be doing this beautiful art in the world and selling murals of what life means to us? Like transforming those dark, deep times and just like, come on, y'all, we gotta win. I'm with the winning season. You already know Sylk gonna talk about it. I don't start no shit. So don't start none with me because it's in me. It's not on me. So, you know, I understand. It took me time to learn. With this negative stuff that happens in the world, it took me a long time. I just got it. So it's easy to it's easy to attack a negative with a negative, but that's like the devil fighting the devil, so nobody's really gonna win. So it took time for me to laugh things off. Like, I know the truth, God know the truth, that person's angry and bitter. So us as people, we got to stop taking out, things on each other that have nothing to do with each other. We got to stop allowing people to segregate us. And when we just, we're rich, like our culture is rich in spirit, black and brown. Nobody cook like us. The most favorite restaurants, Mexican food, soul food, it goes hand in hand. So I just want to see a beautiful summer, because we're approaching summer, guys, and it's been a little quiet. I haven't heard a lot, but every day somebody's dying. But let's get control of our street, meaning we can't bring back the past. You know what I mean? We can't be mad at the person 2 blocks away 35 years ago that murdered my uncle. Like, I can't feud with these people, because it's not going to bring my uncle back. It's not going to get the person out of prison. So let's correct these ways of thinking. Let's make it where our music won't be used in Rico acts. And like, let's fucking remember our families. Let's pray for our families. Let's keep it gangster, but that don't mean going against each other.
Damn.
Let's keep it gangster on handling our business with these IRSs and these DMVs, these federal buildings, that we need our credit. We need the same loans that you give out to all these other people in our communities. They'll give the Koreans a loan. They run our swap meets. They run our Louisiana chickens. They running our shit. So we got to get it together, people. But we're gonna talk about the music. But I'm really an activist.
No, that's it. Hey, yeah, this is your platform tonight. You're here with Big Silence, and you are Sylk-E-Fyne. So this is your show, and this is the West Coast We Activist podcast. So you know what I mean. If you have something to say, get it off your chest. You know what I mean?
That's all really. Yeah, I've been feeling that. Like, I don't I don't go out at night unless I'm at a function. And then I love the early functions that are like over at 11, because there's no control in our streets of Los Angeles, Compton, Gardena, Long Beach. That's heartbreaking how that young guy got gunned down in Long Beach in front of his child. Like, these senseless acts is just happening, and the people, like, I just feel like now is a time. I'm a born sinner. I repent. I say, Lord, work with me. But what I pray for the most is strength. And that's what keeps me going. That's why Sylk-E-Fyne is Sylk-E-Fyne all the time. And it's like, I pray for the strength. And when you have a good spirit, and you learn, and the younger, when you listen, you'll get it a little sooner. So it's like, sometimes you really got to take heed from people that learn from experience, and you got to let people learn from their own experience. You know what I mean? So I'm concerned with our communities, our streets. I want us to have a beautiful summer. I want people to just have a little more love in their heart. Like, even if you came from a abused home, there's people out here that love you. But if you're all jarred up, crab in the bucket, you're all like jarred up, you're just like no freedom of love. Just love your people. Love your people.
And it all starts with the home, just like the homie 909 and Diesel said. What up to everyone in the chat? Thank you for tuning in.
I
Yeah,
can't see them.
it's all about family. Family first. You know what I mean? It starts with the home. You know, you take care of your kids, you treat them right, you make sure they get everything they need, send them
Right.
to school, their education, make sure the grades are good, and then they can do what they want. You know what I mean? Like, so I really believe it is family first, and then the community is a better place. Yo, we lost you, Silky. Damn, this live shit ain't no joke, man. We got Sylk-E-Fyne up in here. She's a West Coast legend, y'all. Um,
Sorry about that. Sorry about that technical difficulty, guys.
yeah,
I'm
that's much
sorry,
better.
Valencia.
But let's get into it though. Let's jump into the story, get a little bit about your history, about where you come from, and who is Sylk-E-Fyne, and how did she get into the hip hop industry?
Sylk-E-Fyne is a young girl. No, I'm saving it for lifetime. But no, I was born and raised in Los Angeles. My family migrated from New Orleans all down there in the bayous by Baton Rouge, Mississippi. So Southern is
Yeah.
in me. But I was raised in Los Angeles, California. I always grew up on the west side. Grandfather was like in the hundreds near Southwest College. My mom and was down near the 30s and down in that area. So from the hundreds to the 30s, I grew up, basically on the west side. And I just always was creative. I was labeled gifted. So I started rapping like at 13. And I got to say, shouts out to my crew. I used to roll with a crew because it was like, I had gangster in me too. So I was gonna be a gang member. But music, it just made more sense. So I used to hang with a crew called the Rappeteers, and it was me and my homegirl Silver, and we were called the Rhymelettes. And this was like 1984. We was 11 in the sixth grade.
Damn.
So we would go to all the rap contests and where Easy NWA would be performing, and we were still in junior high, like we was just now going to the sixth grade, and we rapped. So we would enter all these best in the West rap contests, and Ice-T judged one. And my group, the Rhymelettes, we actually won $500 in 1984. Like we wore Kango hats. So by me just being creative, I got with different creative people at a young age. Now, back in the 80s, it didn't move me out of the neighborhood for sure, but it was just a different route. Instead of going to the apartment buildings where we would take the bus and go to Venice Beach, and we would rap and we would just like go on Venice Beach, and that's what we would do. We didn't want to just stay in our community because it started going up back then. That was the first time drive-by shootings and
Yeah.
boys in the hood, and all these films were being made on the reality of what was like life in South Central. So then, it was that. So at a young age, I was junior high school, best rapper of the school, well known. They used to call me Peaches.
Mm.
So I went to many schools in Los Angeles, and a lot of people in my generation they know me as Peaches. So I grew up middle class family. I thank God I've never suffered abuse, but that don't mean I can't relate and be there for people that have. Because it's a lot of hurt people still hurting people. It's a lot of effed up people in the head, and they don't share their quit being bottled up, taking it out on the wrong people. Like, even though I didn't suffer, that don't mean I can't be a ear and give you some great motivation on getting through it, because I didn't have to get through it, but I have a different way of looking at situations. Should have been a psychologist, but I ended up being an MC, and I always liked it. So when I was 17, I lost my grandmother. I always told her I wanted to meet Eazy-E. I was like, I'm going to get with Ruthless Records. This is going to be who I'm with. So it happened. I
Yeah.
manifested. I manifested it. I told my grandma, my grandmother passed away. We buried her. The day that we buried her, I got that phone call from Eazy-E on my voicemail. Like,
Jesus.
yeah, I heard about you. Rhythm D. He came, sent Rhythm D to pick me up, took me straight to Eazy-E's house in Norwalk, and I rapped for him live, and the rest was history. I was with Ruthless Records. So right as I was getting out of high school, I really wasn't finna hang with the gangbangers. I lived in the hood for a little while because then I moved out to Rialto. I was like, I have a record deal, so I was able to move out.
Dope.
And then back in 94, 95, it was like Rialto was the shit. Like it was new land, new money. So, that was a great experience, period. And of course, the youth don't know. And then a lot of people in our generation, they never got to know who Sylk-E-Fyne is because I was sheltered and I was hidden when I hit that number one record, Romeo and Juliet, which came after the situation with Easy E. That was the best. Oh my God, that was brilliant.
Which one? What was brilliant? The Romeo and Juliet.
The Easy E.
Oh, I know. Was he still alive when that record came out?
No, hell no. Romeo and Juliet came out in 1998.
Okay.
I dropped the album and Romeo and Juliet was the single. And I'm like, shouts out to Tony G. Shouts out to Julio G. There was a memory that I have when okay, I was in the group GBM. Shouts out to all my girls. Gangsta B mentality. Diamond, Big Chan, T Ski, and me, Silk. GBM. So one time I had just had my son. I was the only one in the group that had a baby. So I just had my only child. And we went out to Tony G. Tony G's, to Julio G's brother's house. So we went out to OG Tony G's and shit. We used to have the best weed. My son was about 7 months old. So I'm like, I'm not breastfeeding. I was like, I'm big smoking. So we would always have the best of the weed. And one day we were out there recording and we were all sitting outside smoking weed. And I had my son with me and everything. I took Mikey everywhere. So, Tony G, we were outside, we're smoking the big ass, we used to have licorice zigzags. Eric had everybody with licorice zigzags. So we smoking these big ass brown joints. And then Tony G's like, hey, it's a fucking falling star, a shooting star. I'm sorry. It was a shooting star. So then he looked at me and was like, Silk, you're gonna be a big fucking star. That shit was for you. And I'm like, well, we're in the group. It's GBM. He was like, nah, Sylk-E-Fyne. Well, I wasn't Sylk-E-Fyne. I take that back. He was like, nah, Silk, that shooting star is for you. And he remembers the story to this day. So when I see OG Tony G, I'll never forget recording a record for Ruthless. And we were with Tony G. And he saw that shooting star, and it was like the people that I worked with, they saw it in me. Eazy-E and Tupac.
Damn.
It was like a brother sister love. It was never like, oh, I'm hanging every day. No, call me for the studio. I'm coming to work and I'm ready to record. And it was just the respect that I received from Pac and Eazy-E. But I wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm in the Click Thug Love, I'm with Tupac every day. No, I did music with Tupac. Tupac loved my talent. He loved that I could freestyle. It wasn't about being all intelligent with lyrics. It was about your flavor and your delivery. So when he gave me the name Sylk-E-Fyne, that shit was just like, he was like, yo, your name's Sylk-E-Fyne when we were in the studio doing The Last Motherfuckers Breathing. And see, I got taken off of a lot of records. You know what I mean? Back in the 90s, but I was signature hand stamped by Eazy-E and Tupac for sure.
So you
For
were in
sure.
So you were there for Last Motherfucker Breathing?
Yes, it's all over YouTube. It's an original version.
Wow.
And it's The Last Motherfuckers Breathing. Someone just sent me another link, but Ice Girl Diamond, she has it out. Shouts out to Ice Girl. She put the record out too, Last Motherfuckers Breathing. And it was the original version. just like Thug Love original version, just like Got Beef original version. So I'm like, yeah, I just went there and wrote my little bars, and then for the records that I was taking off of on Tupac, the original Thug Love, I even on the last motherfuckers breathing, because Tupac called us in. We got a phone call from Shari Henry. Shouts out to my big sis. Mwah. And Shari was like, hey y'all, GBM. Tupac wants you guys in the studio because Easy had just died. So we were like, oh hell yeah. Went up there to the studio, met with Pac, and we were on the original version. So it's like, dude, I can see if Pac died and then we got on it and you guys didn't like it, but that was like sentimental to me. When we did Thug Love, it was me, Busy, Pac. It was not those people in the session at all. So
Damn.
I love my brothers. I get it, but it was a ruthless record decision, and Easy wasn't there to make the right decision. Cause that's where Easy wanted Tupac bad. He was like, "I'm gonna get the,"
That's
he
crazy because
wanted to sign Pop.
your flow is similar to Pop. You got
I'm
that
telling
Tupac
you, like,
rough and rugged flow. Like you sound just like him in a female version.
and thank you, Silencia. But see, like, I met Pac way before any record deal.
Damn.
Cause I was like, I was the freestyle queen. So I actually met Pac. It was Tupac, Mouse Man, and The Wicked. And Mouse Man, Dana Smith, and his brother Mo Preem. And it would be me and Ice Girl Diamond. So we met them back when we used to have a spot called the Jamaica Club. So like I would go to their La Montrose, and they'd stay at all these fly places for months and months. So we'd come from LA. I was like the weed girl. I'd bring them the good ass weed, fry some chicken, macaroni. I would cook at home and then drive it up to Hollywood and shit. Throw that shit in the microwave. So we had that type of fun relationship before I even had Ruthless Records. Like
Man,
we would hang out, but never like I used to like Mouse Man, but yeah, we were kids. We were like 19 by then. So, shit, we'd leave from the west side of LA in our little buckets, Toyotas, Hondas. We drive on up to Hollywood, have weed. And it was funny. I don't know why Tupac, he called me a diamond because we would go like every other day. We bringing food, we smoking, we drinking Thug Passion, Hypnotic, and Pac would come in because I liked Mouse Man, so I didn't like Pac. Like I was like, no, I like the one from Baltimore over here, and Diamond. We just used to have fun. I ain't gonna tell everything, but that boy Tupac would come in there and be like, not the wino hoes from hell. And it's not like we was being hoeing. We were just like teenage kids having fun. So when I met him then, and then when he actually found out, like shit, she was ruthless in that group. She's a rapper. Then when Easy died, Busy wanted to do a song, and I said, okay, I got a way to hook up with Pac, and made that happen. And it was just history. I
yeah,
made that connect. Yo, Tupac Busy want to do a song. He said, well, if you're on the song, I'll be on the song. So with Thug Love, I was violated. Because at the end of the day, I still was with Ruthless Records. When Easy passed away, it's not like I was with Death Row or some shit. Like, why wouldn't you leave Sylk-E-Fyne on an authentic ass record? And that was before Romeo and Juliet. So
mm,
after I got all degraded and all my early 90 records, I was snatched off or whatever, the whatever. So then I went on and did Romeo and Juliet.
blew the fuck
To
up.
this day, to this day, no solo female artists have ever got an ASCAP like writer of the year 1999, like, you know what I mean? It's 2022. So I want to see a solo female writer from the West Coast ASCAP Writer of the Year award. So
Wow.
that's why I like to freestyle so much, because it's a gift that God gave me, and throughout my career people have tried to steal my gift, whether it's taking me off a record, whether it was illegally not paying out my royalties, whether
Yeah.
it was ASCAP that gave me a Writer of the Year award. So, how could you let my publishing not be added to the record that I wrote? So yeah, I did a lot of investigating. I did a lot of work to get the rights back to my shit, because I got bamboozled. Like ASCAP, I will sue the shit out of you. Period. Period. Because I've been a member with this society, and you guys even gave me a Writer of the Year, and you missed my publishing. You gave all my fucking publishing without a signed agreement.
Damn.
Yeah, you didn't have my signature, but I have an award in my fucking name. So it's like I went through a lot. It's in a book. I got a book coming. I'm working on a documentary. I mean, it take time and it take a team, but it's a real life story. It's a reason why the females on the West Coast, they're just not coming out. But wait, before, did you see that new clip of the YG and Tigger video?
Oh, don't fucking get me started, man. That shit made me want to
What?
throw up.
What? I was eating this shit. I'm just getting myself. I'm like, I damn near threw up. Like, yo, bro, I cannot respect that shit. I
You
was
see that
I was a
picture?
fan. Like,
That shit.
what's happening, dude? That shit's whack. I'm like, bro, we are from the West Coast, and any I wouldn't give a fuck if he was from Tokyo, Thailand.
Right.
Any man that can make up better than me, this is my real fucking hair. Like, I'm not gonna unnecessarily go put no fucking wigs on. And
They got
if
extra
I
on
think,
that shit.
and I'm a lady, like, what man dresses up in front of a camera with a full fucking wig and doing this type of shit? Bro, I'm not feeling that, bro.
And the funny thing is that he just got out of that situation where everyone thought he was involved with that Drakeo shit. You know what I mean? So I think it's like some sacrificial shit to get him out of that. Like I remember the right after Kim Kardashian's dad killed those people on the freeway and shit, he had to turn into a lady too. So I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. It's like a rich situation where you have to fucking like
You
do
have to do.
decharacterize yourself and like rebuild something else. I don't know what he's doing.
That shit's sick, bro. I don't know how to digest it. And I feel like, as being a young person after me who made a name, and you won't book Sylk-E-Fyne for a show, but you'll book YG. Like Romeo and Juliet, that song is a fucking hit. I don't care if it was 80 years old. They'll call Aretha Franklin to the stage. They'll call Shaka Khan to the stage. So I do feel violated as a female artist by our radio stations, and I support all of them. People don't even listen to the radio. I tweet about the radio station. I listen to their morning shows. Like, it's just in me. But yeah, I feel a lot of violation. I feel like there's more, and it's not only Sylk-E-Fyne. I gotta say, shouts out to Black Diamond, Lady Duchess, Miss T, a Natural Red. Like, I gotta say, shouts out to the women that's out here knee high, and like the 5-footers, like Medusa. Like, it's not just Sylk-E-Fyne, but I do speak up for our women. I know. Look at the proof in the pudding, how they did me, and then no other female as a solo. It might be some groups. out of Oakland. I don't know. Young Miami. They not from LA. They not. So I don't know. Sweetie, shouts out to Sweetie. She's a West Coast artist, but not LA, Compton, Gardena. I'm strictly where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm very bi-coastal because what concerned me is where I'm at. My cities, surrounding cities, Pasadena, San Bernardino, Inglewood, Long Beach. That's, these cities concern me because this is what I'm a part of,
Yeah, we're in a
our
digital.
local cities.
I feel like we're in a digital warfare right now. They're trying to cut off all the real and just trying to bring up all this fake shit, just like we seen today with that Tiger situation and fucking YG. Isn't he supposed to be a gangster? Isn't he?
That's why it really curled my stomach because I'm out here fighting. I'm only getting 1,000 streams a week, but I'm like, I'm independent. Uh-oh, what happened? Can you hear me?
No, I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm listening.
Oh,
I'm tripping.
I'm,
I'm just.
I'm like, I'm independent, so I don't care. I'm thankful, that I'm even streaming. But it's like you guys will not, like, not you guys, but the people will not support what's real. And I just don't get it because I'm out here fighting, trying to get our sound back, our West Coast. I don't want to sound Mickey, Ficky, Dicky. I don't care what today music is. That's not what I'm on. That's not my age generation. And my music has substance. I'm not doing no negative. It sound negative because I be talking some real shit. But it always have an ending that makes sense so that you don't kill yourself or go jump off the cliff. But I'm out here fighting to get our coast back, and then here he comes, Mr. YG, the big old blood gang member, 400, and Tigger, who wants to be pop and having guns. Like, is everybody like trying not to get involved in a RICO act all of a sudden? You're gonna fucking dress up like a lady and do makeup and do these dances. Was that actually those two guys? Was that them?
That was them, and they're trying to fuck up our youth right now. Think of all the kids that are watching their fucking page right now. And they think, oh, I can go do this.
That shit, I had to touch on that though. That is like degrading to the coast of the West. Like, all our kids love YG. He done made Lean Like a Chubby. He done did all these my so loco, go loco, like all these records. You fucked up, YG, bro. You I just
Somebody
and
get
then
this.
it's like we'd be out at the event and you see him like, yo, what up, YG? Then nigga acting all funny and shit, and you have a platform to make things really happen out here, and that's what you gonna do. And I want to say shouts out to that dude, Young G Perico. He really out here moving, and yeah, that's my dog. But I like the way he's moving. He remind me of a Easy E strategically, business wise. And people will try to knock you when you have a gift, but you gotta humble. He humble. He been through some shit, gang banging. He eventually will everybody grows, so you see the growth in him. And it's like we don't have to be out here trying to bang all our life. The thing is to elevate. Where you're from. Like I told my nephews, I love them, my little god nephews. They dope. Like one of them, I'm pushing his music. Y'all go get De Niro Soul. Oh my god. Then I got another young nephew that just he tight. But I can't promote no records talking about I'm a kill, I'm a slob, I'm not going against the Crip blood thing.
Yeah, that's
I
stupid.
work too hard, and you can rap your ass off, but those topics are not acceptable because we've been working hard, and it's not my fault that most of the men leaders are dead or in prison. A lot of them. And then the few that are leaders, like they taking care of their family, trying to make sure it's not enough unity for everybody to win, because It's like when you step up and you try to make things different, they think you want to take. It's not the takeover. It's to make it better. So we just got to get past a couple of more obstacles as adults. Cause I don't give a damn. They always talk about Sylk-E-Fyne. Oh, Sylk-E-Fyne, Sylk-E-Fyne be drunk. Like, bitch, I am a grown ass woman and I don't be drunk where I'm just in the street. Like, what the fuck? Kitty shit. Like, I have a whole granddaughter. Like, yeah, if I want to get drunk, I will get drunk. I'm not gonna offend anybody. Just don't fuck with me with the fake. I drink water, sodas. Like, what the fuck?
I always tell people I got more responsibilities drunk than you got sober.
Thank you. But people would try. That's why I like the live, the podcast. I like the internet without abuse. Some people still abuse it. But like back in the day when I was getting all these awards and shit, I probably would have been in the Hall of Fame by now. But we didn't have these sources. We didn't have these channels where you can get viewed and somebody could go watch your story 10 years later just to see who you really are. We didn't have the social media opportunities, because I'm gonna use it as an opportunity. I don't look at, oh, they only have this many followers, or oh, they're not doing the numbers. Most of them people doing them numbers, they're bots. They're like fake. They're not organic. They're not from the ground up. So I'm more of a ground up type person.
All right, y'all.
But
For everyone tuning in right now, this is Sylk-E-Fyne.
Yeah.
She's a West Coast legend, icon in the game. She's been putting it down for many moons, and she's got great music. If you could go run up her streams for me, Sylk-E-Fyne on Spotify. I'm going to show you her Spotify link real quick. Bam.
Oh, good looking, especially the youth. Like, get into your auntie Sylk-E. Yes, a couple of ones. I'm finna drop new music. We'll chat on that real quick when we come back or what we got going. But yeah, definitely.
Do you mind if I run a music video real quick? I found a song with you and Too Short.
And this shit, that shit. Yeah, this was. Yeah, that video was made like to be in the 1950s, and I was supposed to be I was the madam, and it was like a whorehouse, and it was, and it was a trip. We shot that video in 1998, so it was like a trip back then to do. That's why I was trying to wear finger waves, like have that old Marilyn Monroe black. You see the old mansion. So it was very creative. I just know, they wasn't ready for the black Marilyn Monroe.
Hey, shit, I think you pulled this off spectacularly, and you did amazingly, and I love this track, and I'm going to bang it for everybody on my show right now.
Nobody was in bubble baths like me, so yeah, real creative. I'm about to shoot some new visuals, though. It's going up. Let's get into it.
Funky fresh one time, and it don't stop to the beat, baby. That's right, you know the word. What's that? You know the word. Short. Two. Yeah, check this out. You know I can't understand why you wanna go pop. Try to figure out why my money don't stop. You was nobody last year, now you on the charts. Wanna be hard and don't know how, cause you a mark, I can see it. You can't do it like the rest. Homies in your camp all knew you was the best. Ask your fans, couldn't sign your name on the paper. Now the little kids won't even buy your tapes or your CDs. Got you on your knees begging, please, can I make some more cheese? You're here today, gone tomorrow. I know you broke, now what you wanna borrow? Your baby mama, ask me could I help her? I give you $5, get a room at a shelter. You never could say you ain't black. I know you crossed over, but you came right back.
It's about money and fame. It's about having that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw. It's about money and fame. It's about having that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw. It's about
check it, baby. All the glitter that it don't shine. So I'm here to keep it real. You know the deal. Dealers and smugglers, land of the hustlers. Females with fame, watch out, Benfo and Buck, yeah. For all your loot, yo, Versace suit, yo, 300 LEX, US cool. Now do you wanna swoop, or is you scared to hang out with two female players? With a brother like Show, straight pimping the game, having big money and doing big things. Staying down with those that's down for they chips. Staying down with those that roll with a Glock on their hip. Can't you see, there's no way you can save Sylk-E-Fyne from being a hog about my pay? Cause I play it safe and do what I wanna do. Stay draped in the finest gear and jewels. Cruise control, it's how I'm rolling. Never lead a tilt unless my purse is swollen. Unfolding, C-no after C-no. Now do you feel me, Mr. Show?
It's about money and fame. It's about having that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw. It's about money and fame. It's about having that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw. It's about being
Gotta
real.
keep the real show, can't fake kick it. How I make you feel when your tapes ain't hitting? You was triple platinum, now you gold. You was in last year, and now you're old. Pimp walking through the crowd shaking hands. You need to cut it out now, stop faking, man. It ain't hard to learn when you fail, cause life is way too short like your sales.
You got to have heart. To have money, have heart. So baby, do you really wanna play the part or be dismissed by this female lyricist on a paper twist? They putting it down, West Coastin', LA and Oakland. Yeah, we boasting, bragging, cause we can. Yes, we can $1 million women with the $1 million man.
Money and fame. It's about having that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw. It's about money and fame. It's about having
real.
that game. It's about doing what you want to do and having that down and screw.
The old hip hop, the whole house.
It's about having that game.
It's about having that game. The good
Damn.
old days. Ah,
Where
that's
was
in
that?
my boy. So yes, I didn't have enough creative control on my music, and I was like, hold up. But I was blessed. That situation didn't last long. By 1999, I was rapping on I Wish You Wouldn't Trust Me So Much. Shouts out to Big Snoop Dogg. I was on You Got Beef with DPG. And baby, that chapter of my life was over. And in 2000, I dropped The Come Up that had JT Money, Snoop Dogg, Busy Bone, Yo Style. So I'm just like, I'm not a one-hit wonder. It's like every record that I appeared on was a fucking banger.
And I pulled out
No,
my favorite hits, and it's funny that you just brought up that Snoop Dogg and Busy Bone one because I got that on the roster right now. That is my jam. Do you mind if I play it real quick while we're on the topic?
we running on the topics, baby. Yo Style, Snoop Dogg, Busy Bone, Sylk-E-Fyne. Boo, boo, boo.
East Coast hustlers, to my Midwest thuggsters, to my West Coast riders, to my up north player partners, to my down south,
To my down dirty South little voters, to my worldwide,
to my
show that, to my international players.
international players.
I'm up early in the morning, chopping game with Sylk-E-Fyne and Busy Bone. I'm on the phone, trying to get about a zone. My eyes red, head back, khaki sag, blue flag, in a 99 Jag, with a 44 mag up in my bag. I'm drifting, dipping, slipping, sliding, high, I'm way fly. Hoes on the side of me, they act like they wanna ride with me. Come on, get in, make it fun. Me and y'all 2-on-1, dipping down the boulevard. Yeah, I know you like what's hard. Call me Mr. Gangster, or Mr. Boogie Boogie. Bitches love to give it to me, so baby give it to me, cause I put it down. G-style, LBC style. Meanwhile, I'm shaking fleas, making G's, blowing trees, maxing at the pound with my homies. I'm sure y'all got to dig this style. Once you know me, homie, show me love. West side up.
Show
More
me
heat
love.
for the street. I thought you knew we came to fight up.
Bitch, don't even trip. I stay rolled up, ready for whatever. That'll be the broader for interfering with my cheddar. Wherever, whenever, I'ma go get her. And see, we gon' glitter. Popping them guns, I'ma get right with ya. The type of chick a nigga love to have by your side. Cause when the shit get thick, it's like a do or die. So fly, so stylish, and real fearless. So don't try to ride with the realest. Big dog, so get fine and get Bino. Game like the casino, I don't love them, plus they don't love them hoes. So put $1 million shit to that. Pop your collar and tilt your hat. Where the real bitches at?
Where the real
Honey
bitches
child,
at?
I got to give it to my
Honey
niggas
child,
and bitches
had to
that
give
got
them to my
style.
niggas and bitches that got style. Hey. Because my, it's just something nasty.
You better believe it, believe me, I can see it. Still sitting in and ain't you eat it? But of course, baby, when am I Mercedes? When I'm in slave, say, man, what about your babies? Crazy, got lots like big wish for the big fish, bitch. I done had my wig split for the big shit. And New Jack Alley.
New Jack Alley.
The walk from lazy, got glass, just like the bottom. Well, I heard flesh was nuts living on the bottom, but I don't give a fuck. Love when niggas can sue me, my people won't keep their mouth shut. Snoopy, come hit the blunt and fill my movie. What? Silky, watch out for diamond. Little Mike, still shining. Here's the clutch, perfect timing. In a search for guidance, silently lying in the quiet hole. We're still smiling. Your style.
Young. Yeah. Keep it real with my nigga. I'm stuck with my nigga. I buck for my nigga, so don't fuck with my nigga. I ride for my nigga, keep it real. Hey. Keep real with my nigga. I feel my nigga. I'm stuck with my nigga. I fuck for my nigga, so don't fuck with my nigga. Yo, style. Yo, style. I feel my nigga. Fuck with my nigga. Hey. So even 22 years ago.
Okay, so this was
Even 22. Yep.
What?
That was 22 years ago.
How did that song come together? That is one of the greatest collaborations I've ever heard. Busy Bone and Snoop Dogg with Sylk-E-Fyne.
And they still haven't done a record with each other since then. It came together because I was like, I want to get a record with Busy Bone and Snoop Dogg. I had worked with Busy Bone with the Thug Love. I had worked with Snoop Dogg, and I told the guys my idea. I had Val Young Shouts out to Val Young. She also said, I remind her of a female Tupac. So she came in the studio and blessed us with that yo style. So also like Tupac, I had Hook sung by Val Young. She sung To Live and Die in LA, and then she sang Yo Style. So I called Busy. I called Tupac. I don't have the picture. It's in my closet. But I called Busy. I called Pac. I told him I got a session. Y'all, let's get this record in. Snoop Dogg pulled up. Busy pulled up and shit. In that session, Busy was acting all nervous and shit. Like, boy, I do not set people up, nigga. I'm your sister. That's Snoop Dogg. Ain't no Dog Pound Killers, Ruthless Records, none of that shit. But you know, B was young. B was younger than everybody. But it was a great session. I have great memories. It took us all of maybe an hour to do that song, an hour and a half. Everybody dropped their verses. Val sung that hook. It was like a big family, smoking weed, eating, drinking, and we did the record. And the independent label that I was working with, I don't know. They did the business, so I'm thinking that Snoop and Busy wanted to get paid to do the video. I get to my video shoot. There's no Snoop. There's no Busy. Next thing I know, they animated Snoop Dogg and Busy Bone.
Damn.
And I mean, that was dope as fuck. Nobody had animation in 2000, but
That's
it
right.
was like, I don't know if they reached out because it was crazy. Like, I think that independent label didn't want to pay Snoop and Busy to appear in the video. I don't know, but I went the fuck off at that video shoot, and it was like I had to sever my ties with that independent label, which was Renee Moore of Angela Winbush, because I did so well with making Romeo and Juliet. And then that was my fight with ASCAP. Because I'm like, how the fuck am I with this people over here and did Raw Silk and dropped that 1999? I'm getting awards for that record that I put out in 1998. But then in 99, I was on records with Snoop Dogg. So if you had all my publishing in 98, how come the fuck I got my shit off the projects I worked on? And then how come I dropped a whole nother album in 2000 with a whole nother person? So it was like a mystery. Like, ASCAP worked with the people worked with. And that's why it's like the knowledge. People don't know, especially the younger ones, they don't really know the struggle that I went through. But I like really went pro perp, because I had to go back to the neighborhoods. Eazy-E is dead. Tupac is dead. That's who believed in me far as my gift. That's who didn't want to steal from me. That's who didn't try to rape me, period, of my music, of myself. They respected me to the fullest. So when I lost them, and then they started taking me off records, and I didn't sleep around. So it ain't like I was fucking niggas. I don't know. They probably was mad. But you know, like, I wasn't Lucy either. So it just always bothered me that you guys would steal from me for so many years and not give me my flowers when there was no solo female artist doing what Sylk-E-Fyne did. The support was, it was like Haterville. Why would you I won't put people on my record and take them off the record.
Sounds salty.
It wasn't no personal beef. Like I said, I never jacked niggas. I didn't set niggas up. Like, that wasn't my lifestyle. I was more around the way type girl. I know how to flip some money. I'm gonna get a bag. But like, for me to be vicious, and I never jacked the rappers or none of that crazy shit. So I just thought throughout the years it was intimidation because I come through and I know I cause irritation, sensations, my style. I do it for free because it ain't nobody that can really steal from me. God gave me the gift. I uplift. I might slap the shit out of a punk bitch for disrespecting, but I move out the way. But if you come in my face, I'ma give it to you. I ain't changed, and I got a lot of love in my heart, but I can't deal with disrespect. Nah, nah, that's that spiritual gospel rap that comes out of me.
Man, that was preaching right there. I appreciate that. No, I'm telling you, I ask people all the time, you freestyle for me on here, and they're like, oh, man. And they turn
And then they want to come with their. I freestyle for the art of it and for the fun of it. I mean, I could sit here and what happened to the generational wealth when I came back and I was, but those are written records. Like those are records that have a real meaning. Freestyle is for the fun of it. It's for the dialogue. It's for the talking the shit that you're doing right now
Sylk,
on the podcast.
How'd you get your name Sylk-E-Fyne?
After Easy E died, and I got over there with Mike Conception and Grand Jury Entertainment, there was a guy, Billy Johnson. Billy Johnson was real cool. So, I was Silk. I was Sylk-E-Valley. Pop gave me the name Sylk-E-Valley. And then, Mike Conception was like, but you're so pretty. You're so fine. So the guy was like, Sylk-E-Fyne. And I was like, I like that. So I said, but I ain't gonna spell it with a Y. With an I. I'm gonna spell it with a Y because, for one, schoolyard, nah, yank mob, nah. But for one, I was like, I'm gonna spell it with a Y because I'm more convinced. I'm not fine conceited. I'm fine in character, fine in substance. So a lot of people couldn't find my ass because they were spelling my name wrong. I spell it with a Y. So they were like, you're too fine to be so gangster. I was heartbroken. I done came from Easy E camp. I done rapped on records with Tupac. They done took me off of Thug Love. I had that gangster shit up in me. So they kind of was like, and I was like, yeah, it ain't never been a sexy gangster. We had MC Light, we had Queen Latifah, we had Yo-Yo, but it wasn't no sexy gangsters that could finesse that shit, talk that shit, and be sexy. That could really wear their real hair and show them that, California is where the beautiful babes, the mixed breeds, and you might come up with palm trees and the best weed, So it wasn't no female out there. You capitalize off this big ass mo like the Black Marilyn Monroe. You capitalize off these real titties, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got them beauty marks. But it was like, I think I was before my time.
You were
like they knew.
Like Tony G said, you were a shining star.
And I'm not even going to say I was not before my time. I was on time because I was able to work with Easy. I was on the last album, straight off the streets of motherfucking Compton. So I was in the video for the love of money. Like, I have so many great memories. Badass, rest in peace. I was in videos with Badass. I was fucking did records with Badass. I mean, I've had a great time in this West Coast rap game. Now, they didn't overlooked me, and I really don't give a fuck because I'm my own boss. So now I got the full ball. I'm not stopping. I'm not going to tell all the ideas because the people will steal. But they can't really steal no more because it took me a long time. Everybody out there, I want you to realize what your gift is because God gave each and every one of us multiple gifts. So I have multiple gifts. That's why rap, I do it because it's a gift, but it's not my career. It might be again. Who knows what record gonna take the fuck off, but I will not stop. I help others. I do great things. I have a great job and I'm just happy in life. for still being around, for being healthy, for being sane. Cause the average bitch would have went through what I went through, baby. They would have broke down, nervous breakdown. They wouldn't even been around to write a book. And every time I want to finish it, something more exciting happened in my life. So I'm like, you know what? It's gonna be a buyout, but it's gonna be written by me. Cause I'm not gonna let when I die, they try to narrate my story. It's already written, baby. It's already written. So I will have the best biop story about a West Coast female rapper out of Los Angeles, California. And it's a story behind, I can't go too deep in the podcast, but I do the interviews, I spit there. But when everyone is able to see it, because it's definitely a visual, it's a story, and it's fact. It's it's nonfiction. It's not a fictional book. It's really real. So the book will get launched. I'm looking forward to next year.
Blessing.
And just wrapping it up because now I'm entering a new chapter. I'm on an independent platform where I have 100% control of anything that I release. I re-released Romeo and Juliet because my work has never been streamed on the platforms because people don't have that right. I didn't sign my publishing. I never gave away nothing. My signature never showed up. So, as a writer and a creator, award winning that is, I said, you know what? It's 20 what years later? I'm putting my shit out. I'm restreaming. I was born in 77. I'm about to be 46 years old.
And you still shining like a star.
I mean, when you preserve yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because what would get me, I love when I go out and I gotta kick a freestyle. And the youth, they be like, whoa, you are fucking dope. No way did you just do that shit. I still, I'm from the old school. Motherfucker still smoke Newports. Like, I ain't stopping. But I stay healthy. I will work out, not to be skinny, but just to keep my cardio up and adrenaline. And I thought at a certain age, my big boom boom Belindas would shrink and shit. But that's where all the weight goes. I'm like, hold up. These suckers. So I got to put this to work. No implants. I'm coming real. I was so amazed at the way I streamed the Romeo and Juliet. So now I have the formula and I'm going to drop a hot ass single. I know I'm going to get the support from Big Celencia, my team, along with West Coast Active. So I'm going to give you guys about a month. My birthday is July the 12th.
Yee, Cancer. Yeah.
Age ain't nothing but a number. He said he liked the way I do it, and my pussy feel a lot younger, preserved. Hey, I'm coming with some more love music because I feel like we done forgot about being dedicated. We done forgot about having bubble baths and opening your woman car door because there's so much bullshit out here. I'm going to need my young girls. I'm not knocking the strippers, but I'm tired of a young girl's dream is to be a stripper. Like that lifestyle is dirty, is nasty, but shouts out to the ladies and the men who love it. But personally, I just felt like we're losing more morals. Women are getting killed on the freeway, Los Angeles. Like, it's a dirty game. And it's okay when you high end, but it's too much low budget shit going on. And through our music, I'm tired of the stripper pose. You got every little girl want to graduate to be a stripper.
Damn.
And it's messing up our generations. Like, we're going to need somebody, like we're going to need the youth to have the great jobs when we become senior citizens and need our shit. Like it comes quick, believe me. You look up, you're 25, you're 35, you're 45. You look up, that shit come quick.
Yeah, thank God for all the business in the world. Thank God for all the business, ladies. I love you and I appreciate you. You know, I found one, DJ Heavenly. This girl could run paperwork like nobody's business. You know what I mean?
Right. Awesome.
That's what on.
I'm telling you, this is what living is. It's like we have to elevate. If I would have got it a little sooner, but I mean, I'm blessed because when I was young, Ruthless Records, like I done been in Jackin' for Beat, Ice Cube videos. Like I was really, if you from the West Coast and you a rapper, the Dub C's, the DJ elect, nobody can say they don't know MC Peaches. They don't know Sylk-E-Fyne. Like that's bullshit. Like I'm very popular on the West, and it's just like I'm not competing, y'all. I'm y'all sister. Like, where's the support? Where's the love? Like people think if they repost what you posted, that's gonna take away from them or
Not
something.
at all. Not at all.
Yeah, it's like the people in position. Like, okay, you got 12K million followers. So if you retweet my shit, I mean repost, I might get 300,000 off your million. It's not hurting you. Like, what happened to sharing the love? There's no financial bind in bondage or any of that. And people don't like to let other people tell it, but you are the artist, and I'm doing it from the ground up all over again. You're never too late. Nothing beat a failure but a try. So you got to keep trying till you hit your niche. I'm bringing out some more substance records from a grown lady that's going to have all the kids listening and changing their ways of living.
Yo, Silky, I'm 100% with you. What are some of the things that you remember that really stuck with you that Easy E and Tupac ever like pulled you to the side and just gave you a little bit of advice about that stuck with you? Can you mention that?
From Easy E, he always told me, like, stay sharp, like you're sharp. Like, just stay sharp, always be ready to go. Don't think you don't got it. He gave me the most inspiration. Like, I wasn't big headed at all. I was very humble. I've always been down to earth, but it was like God given. He made me feel like I don't give a fuck if they talk about you. Just know that you got what the fuck it take. So even when I did the #1 Billboard record, and I would always hear Easy E with that real push. Like even me landing on old school shit. Well, I was in a whole ass group, but it was Sylk-E-Fyne. It was Silk that was called to get on that record. I would write lyrics and just give them to Eric, like, because my baby daddy was from Grape Street Watts. So I had wrote the first few bars. I got my niggas from Grape Street Watts. I got my niggas from the CPT. I got my niggas all across the motherfucking land that's down with the EA to the Z. He liked that shit. So he kicked that rhyme. So I just know had Eric still been living, my career would have been like the Bonnie and Clyde. Because I was ready to work. I wrote lyrics on the spot. I was a freestyler. So I was ready to work. I could just come up with lines after lines. And that's how I got that position. With Tupac, it was more like, I would say we had like a distance type of relationship. But when I called, he acknowledged it. Like Pac just believed in me. It wasn't like anything. What I could say with Pac, okay, with Easy, I learned how to be independent. And that's why I tried getting lawyers and I was going to fight. And then people were scared, like, you're crazy. I'm not going to go against ASCAP. I'm not going to go against this person, that person. So I just read a lot of books. I waited out the time because I knew I would get justice one day. So it's just like, Easy, I learned that you can sell shit out the trunks. You can sell. So I did a lot of selling after I had to leave those labels and wasn't getting publishing. I ain't talking about no pussy. I'm against that shit. Protect your bodies. But I went back to the hustle, selling drugs or selling. So I just know that both of the guys believed in me. And then with Tupac, like I said, the best memories that I have, because once he got with Death Row Records, he was a different He moved different. He was still genuine and he was trying to transition. I was around him before his demise. He was really trying to transition more to that thug life with the 50 niggas, 50 states. He wanted his vision to be lived out with him in control. You know, I definitely felt like he was really ready to leave Death Row. When we did The Last Motherfuckers Breathing, I'm like, why would you make a title song like that, nigga? It was like he knew shit, time was running out. Like at that day, we were still breathing. The last motherfuckers breathing. So it was like, he would come with these deep ass concepts. And the best times I have with Tupac is back when we would go to the rooms, like where they would stay, bringing food, and real thugs drink Hennessy. Like he was just live. He lit up the room. When we was in the studio, he was totally a different motherfucker. Like when you at the studio with Tupac, he made me be as sharp as I am. Cause one thing about him, when you work with him, if you don't drop your shit, you got to keep saying take and all that. You're not gonna do no ad lib. I mean, you're not gonna punch in. If you got to do punch ins, he wouldn't be on that record.
Damn.
Now your ad libs. That's why I learned a lot of good ad libs, because Pac, man, to watch him go in there and off of 3 tracks and just sound melodic, I learned that gift quick with Pac. Then when I would be in sessions, I didn't like people to listen on how I did it because I learned that shit from Tupac. You got beef with the VJ. All them little those was the ad libs that me and my homegirl Diamond brought to those DPG records. Yeah.
So
we
did you
was
ever
in the whole, man, we got a history. Shouts out to brother Karab.
so
Yeah,
you,
we was there for
did you ever get a beat from
no.
Dre?
Oh hell no. I never encountered. Only thing with Dr. Dre, I've met Dr. Dre, everybody know the lady with the mo on her lip. But one day I went to the video shoot, still hitting them corners in the Lolo, kid. We was having a ball. At the time that I had a Mercedes station wagon and I had a Ford Explorer truck. So that's after Romeo and Juliet. So the guy that I hooked up with that worked with the production company that turned out to be a fucking rapist, I was young, 23, 24 years old. So I had my cars in his name because I was young. I didn't have no license. I just was buying cars for security. Like at least I own my Benz. I don't have no car note. I got a new ass 1998 Explorer truck. Left it in that nigga name. That nigga went to jail for rape. His sister, baby mama, they had the pink slip. They reported that shit stolen. I'm at the Dr. Dre video shoot. They come swarm my motherfucking Explorer truck with police, like just surrounded my car, start going through it, towed my shit. I'm stuck at the Dr. Dre video shoot. Like, goddamn, I'm scared as fuck. Cause like I said, even though I was rapping, I would be buying. I had weed. I'm at the video shoot. I got a gang of weed in the car. I got weed in my purse. I'm paranoid. Like, what the fuck? Last thing that I thought is that they reported my motherfucking cars that Sylk-E-Fyne bought stolen. So then I hid my Benz out with my my uncle Keita Rock, free Keita Rock. I let Keita Rock keep the blue Benz because I'm like, they not gonna go over there fucking with Keita Rock. So I would drive it sometimes. I had custom paint, all that shit. Like it's a book. This shit is true life story. I went through a whole lot at a young age, but it didn't break me. It didn't make me weak. It didn't stop me from getting education. It didn't stop me from raising my only son as a single mom. And I worked hard and I pray every day. And I'm thankful that he has never been to the county jail. He's alive and he's working and like really a different dude than what he was as a minor. So I went through a lot of struggle, but it didn't break me. And that's why I think a lot of people that might know me from back in the day, a lot of these females, it seemed like they be so bitter with me. And I'm like, damn, are you mad that I'm just a chipper jipper? Like I'm always in a fucking good mood. Like I don't give a damn what I'm going through. Like right now, I need a motherfucking payday loan around this bitch. No, I'm a very I overspend. Like I went to get one thing and ended up buying somebody else in my family. Yeah, intended to just like spend a little and ended up tripling what the fuck I said I was gonna go in there and spend. So yeah, I'm really a giver. I don't take too much. I do a lot of promo. I give people this game. I give them who I am because so many motherfuckers is be mad at me, and I'm like, well, damn, I barely see you, and then what did I do? I couldn't have did shit to you because I ain't seen you. We all went through the COVID period for so long. It was like no clubs, no shows for a while. So I'm like, now we're in 2022. So the places I'm at, I'm not seeing the people that are fucking mad. Get happy out here. Do something with yourself.
Yeah, don't feel bad about that either. Heavenly takes all my money. I don't get to keep a dime in my damn pocket. I
Go
don't know.
DJ sister. I think that's why I'm single, because the guys was like, you know what? I'm a cancer. I have
Just
obsessive
running the bills
spending. Hey, DJ Heavenly, my girl. Yeah, I have a spending problem. Like, yeah, I'm gonna chill out. Like, there's nothing that I need other than take my ass to the gym a little more often because they pulling that out my account every month. And I literally have not been. So yeah, I need to just, get back into it, get into it. But truly, I appreciate you guys for the Spotify links. I had fun chopping it up, just bull crapping with the talk. And definitely new music, new things are always in the making. I don't put a rush, I don't put a time limit. I move in God's timing. I'm older, I'm wiser, and I'm definitely going to deliver you guys some music with some substance, some feel good, some dancing, some love making. Gangster shit. Gotta keep it gangster now.
And I appreciate you for always being you and always having that attitude that keeps people happy. Like when I seen you at that dash shoot, you pulled up in the red Lolo. You had a great attitude. You just make people smile when they see you. You know what I mean? You're all hugs and love.
Yeah, I love to, and that's why I really like when I meet my friends there. Meet me there, because I really like to roll by myself because I just be so into the art and the atmosphere. I don't like to feel like somebody's tag along, somebody's on my shoulder, somebody's right there. I like to be free. I like to go over there, mingle, chop it up, jump in the picture, get out the way. It's just a good feeling. So
Nah, I feel you, and I
I
appreciate
appreciate.
you.
I appreciate the love. Like people always making big deals and like no jumper should have been got me on their show. Like they so busy on this bullshit, you ain't got that female that could tell you about Pac and Easy and what I went through as a woman. But you want to keep the motherfucking crib out, all these people that. I love all of them, but hey, shouts out to the people. But let's get this music.
Hey, Sharp, we need to get her on the No Jumper podcast so she could talk about Easy E and Tupac and
Sharp.
She's dropping her book, and Sharp's chilled with the Bishop Don Magic Wine. He's a part of the church. You know what I mean? So
I like Sharp, and that's who I would want to interview me, baby. Because I saw Sharp on a couple of interviews. I didn't know about him. Because I'm like, yo, I want to ask Adam some motherfucking questions. I want to be like, look here. Let me wait till I get on the show. I got some questions for Adam. But I'm like, yeah, it's so biased, even on the podcast shows. Like everybody's fighting for numbers. And I like organic shit. I like underground. I was with Ruthless Records. Easy E was straight from the ground up, and that shit is in me. So shots out, No Jumper, Sharp. Yeah, him. He's a cool, real motherfucker that's gonna get some stories, and he know I'm gonna give him some shit. But yeah, I'm appreciative to the West Coast. We active, and like I said, we build from the ground up. I don't care if they come back and check me out 20 years from today. It could be 2040, 2040. Shit. Long as we got our platforms, I appreciate it. I gotta head out. I got one little session to go do real quick because I'm busy working. I'm steadily working. I said I'd be at the studio at 10 and it's almost 10 o'clock. I'm not far. So yeah,
Most
we definitely gonna build.
Yeah,
We're gonna grow.
He says she don't spend her money on crazy shit. She's spending her stuff on important shit. You know what I mean? Our studio's looking great. Everything's looking amazing over here. The kids are rocking and rolling. Our merch is coming. So we're here to help. And we got a lot of ideas for you right now, Sylk. And we want to
I
help.
already know. I appreciate all. That's why I'm like, we're gonna link up. We're gonna link up off of the cyber world. We're gonna chop it up, come together. We're gonna make more noise. We're gonna build, grow, and strengthen each other. I mean, people don't understand sometimes support don't cost as much as a person think to make a fucking big piece of it's your team support. It's not always financial. It's who this person know that can run this camera, because I don't have a camera. So I might not have a camera, but you got a camera. So guess what? That camera could capture special moments that I can't capture. I don't want to learn how to be a cameraman. I know that sounds crazy, but like I said, God gave all of us gifts. So if I never wanted to study the camera work and do all that, that's not my gift.
We got you.
But
Whenever you're ready to film your documentary or whatever, I got cameramen.
I need all videographers. I'm putting together whoever's available. We're going to chop, cut, get these different looks. I got a lot already written, I'm ready for the deal. I know Zeus and all that, shouts out to those networks, because baby, Lifetime, like Netflix, we got Hulu stories for y'all. We got some shit that's like really real.
Well, keep us in mind. We're here with you, and we're production kings over here, and we got this on lockdown. You dig?
I dig that. I love my Valencia. Always great energy. It's like we're family. Anytime we run into each other in the events, it's always on and it's always popping. So you know what it is.
And we're gonna end this on a strong note with Romeo and Juliet. I love you, lady. I want you to stay blessed. Don't ever stop shining like the star you are.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
DJ Heavenly, I love you guys. Thank you for having me on your show, podcast. We're going to be streaming, sharing, replaying. We're going to get it up there. So at the end of the day, everybody stay safe. We love y'all. Y'all love us. And we just going to keep it all positive. But negative shit might go down when you bring that negative shit. We're learning. But no, we're going to get this shit right. I appreciate it. And you guys going to see more of me with West Coast Active, staying active. And that's what we do. Mwah.
All right, man. You know what I mean? This is MC Peaches, Sylk-E-Fyne in the building. Legendary West Coast. We ended on a strong note. Romeo and Juliet, y'all run the numbers up.
Run it up, baby. Stream now.
Boy, do you know what time it is?
No, man, but it's Sylk here.
Not with my daughter. Oh.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet. Yep, it's like Romeo and Juliet. Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet. Yep.
Since the first time I saw ya, I knew I was attracted. Reacted to the fact on how you make me act. Shy but sexy at the same time. All was on my mind was a little bump and grind. Usually I don't play it that close. You got to kick it with me before I serve you up with an overdose of this silky little mommy. Make you my man. I ain't got no love for nobody else but you. Cause you's my boo. I prove to you my love be true. So do you know where you're going to? Through thick and thin, baby, you all in. Time will reveal that my love for you will never end. My heart keeps ticking, no time for tricking. You who I'm picking, so lay me down and give me a good feeling. I'll treat you like my king cause you're royal, and only give my love to you because I'm loyal. Escape with me, come over to my place. I'll teach you a few things in love making. Now I can't wait, I won't wait. So take me by my arms and rock me, baby, cause I'ma always and forever be your lady.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet. Yep. It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet. Yep.
After our first night, you discovered who's the bombest mommy. LA's finest with my top dogs all around me. Down to ride harder than Bonnie and Clyde with sexual healers, deep feelings. Baby, check my vibe. There'll never be a love like me that got your back in this industry, that got your back in these streets. So you don't have to worry about me on the creep. And I don't want you ever to try to play me cheap, cause I don't sleep around because it's sleazy. Good lesson taught by my big homie Easy. I got to compliment you on how you please me. Touch me but don't tease me. Now hold me tight and just squeeze me and rub my body down. I'm feeling wheezy and cuddle up to me, cause now I'm getting sleepy. But I'ma be dedicated to this relation. So stay away from all them cowards, so it cannot be player hated. Cause if you're with me, booty, keep it real. And if I catch you sleeping around, then I'm gonna have to chill. When you find good love, you best to keep it. I'm putting all my sisters up on game, so won't you peep it?
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet.
I know I raised you better than this.
Does he have a job? How much does he make a year?
Boy, you need a belt on your butt, boy.
Don't you know it's past your bedtime? You better get your butt out of this car.
It's like Romeo and Juliet. Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about to get in something you will never regret. And it's gonna be the bomb, this is what I bet. Yep. It's like Romeo and Juliet.
Hey, chill. I just had a dream. You was Romeo, I was Juliet, and we were being chased.
Well, who knows, baby? Maybe we were.
Hot sex on a platter just to make you sweat. You's about